Welcome back to the Socially Distant Podcast. As always, it is Dylan here, fucking up the intro. As always,
What was
sorry, I apologize. As always, I'm here with Brad and Trent. This is episode number 24. I want to say.
Yes, sir.
24th week.
Hell yeah, Bobby Rickies. Alrighty, what is going on, Mr. Dillenberg?
Not much. Just chilling, killing. So does that mean we're 6 months? This is 6 months, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's correct. Yeah, 24 divided by 4 is 6. Damn, 6 months strong. They've been good, man. What's going on with me though? Just busy. Working at the old GNC. Fuck GNC. And just reading and studying and writing flashcards out my ass to get ready for my CPT test in 3 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Very excited. What about you, Trenny? What are you doing?
I'm right now I'm actually looking at Interesting Investing's channel on YouTube right now, just for shits and giggles. I don't know why. But right now I'm just chilling. I was watching some basketball. I had a great time on Saturday with the boys.
Hell yeah.
That shit was awesome. Got to have a real life in person chance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was fun.
Times.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Saturday I'm thinking we're gonna drop a fucking After Dark edition fucking special Bob on y'all, just for you guys, that we recorded all together for the first time.
And it's very funny because we're all really drunk. Well, at least I'm drunk.
Yeah, I'm pretty drunk as well, to be honest.
I was definitely intoxicated.
Yeah. But, no, it's
Straight
funny.
cocked.
We have a couple special guests throughout the podcast. I won't spoil it, but it's an interesting one for sure. That's all I gotta say about it.
Definitely one to check out if you're looking for a good laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good one.
That was a lot of fun though.
Mm.
I'm glad we got to do that. Just the dogs. Just the dogs.
It was weird being home, honestly. It's like I didn't think that like I had like gotten used to like driving around here and stuff, or just like the speed that things go around here. But like when I was driving at home, I was speeding everywhere on accident just because I was so used to like how quick everything in Pittsburgh is.
Yeah, I bet.
Because nobody follows the fucking speed limit in Pittsburgh, so you have to go way faster everywhere.
It's like the it's like the city too. Like when we went to NYC.
Mm-hmm.
And like how like traffic like merges and stuff. You're like, oh my god, like how do these people not crash their cars every day?
Yeah. The first time because I would drive from Oswego to New York City to see Melissa, and the first couple times I had to do that, dude, I was so fucking scared. Like driving in like that traffic, I was so not used to any of that.
That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Dude, New York drivers are like I don't mean like up here, like these drivers are a whole nother drivers too because they're fucking idiots, but I mean like down in like the city, man,
Yeah.
they are fearless.
Dude, Melissa says the people here are worse than the people there.
Yeah, they're bad. The people up here are terrible at driving.
No, I'm
People
talking
here.
about in Pittsburgh. People in Pittsburgh are worse drivers than people in New York City.
Oh god.
It's weird, dude. People do not follow, like, there are no street laws in the city for some reason.
What does that even mean?
It means, like, have you ever seen, like, the streets of India, like a big India?
Yeah, like that crazy shit intersection.
That's what I picture. Like, not really, obviously, but half the time, dude, people just fucking they're just getting to where they're going. It doesn't matter what's in their way.
That's fucking wild.
Like literally, if it's most 20s in the city are really in reality 60s. Like you have to go 60 to drive with the flow of traffic in a 20.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's actually really scary.
That's terrifying.
It definitely takes a lot getting used to, for damn sure. Like you just have to realize that like you just need to get where you're going safely and fuck everybody else on the road.
Yeah.
But it definitely speeds up how fast you drive for damn sure.
Well, it's just like, yeah, I mean, I don't have any other experience with it other than like when we went to NY, just like watching like with cabs specifically, like when they merge into traffic or if they like make turns and stuff, like it's just nuts.
Yeah.
It's like that relationship of like, if you get bumped by a cab or if a cab bumps you, that's just like how it goes.
Yeah.
Like I never felt like, cause like around here, it's like when people are like driving or stuff, like when you're crossing like a street or like an intersection or like a sidewalk and stuff, like drivers like around here, like they make sure that's apparent, like that they stop and give you the space. But I remember in like New York City a few times, we'd be like crossing the street and the cabs would literally be like slowly driving and you would have to like slowly kind of walk to the side while you were walking forward just so like you wouldn't get like actually run over by the cab.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know, it's just a weird concept that like people in cars in New York City are so comfortable with being so close to each other.
Yeah. No, it's just weird as fuck. The other thing is that when I was home I was so happy I didn't have to drive around with the GPS. Because in Pittsburgh, like, it's just, I haven't gotten used to, like, some of the areas yet, and I don't feel comfortable enough to drive around without, like, getting actual directions to where I'm going. And
what vehicle do you take out there?
I have, like, I took the van that my mom has out here, but we also have Melissa's car. We drive Melissa's car. She has like a little
What happened
Honda
to your car?
It is a field car now at our property.
Okay. I wonder when you showed up in the van, I was like, he probably just like took the van to just like give his car a break because they probably took it back from Pittsburgh. I didn't know you didn't have your car anymore.
No, yeah, no. It just fucking. I mean, it was still like you could drive on the street. It passed inspection and everything. It was just. It wasn't good enough to drive back and forth between Pittsburgh.
I feel you. I just never knew you I just never knew you like took over the van. That's why when you showed up, I was like, "The fuck's he doing in the van?"
Yeah. No. Or
a nice van though.
Eventually, my mom's gonna come and get it because we barely ever drive it now. Because Melissa's car is a lot smaller, and when I go like down the street or wherever, I take her car because it's a lot easier to get into like parking spots.
Yeah, and just like being together and like then living with her, like it's really useless to have two cars in the one city.
Yeah,
like you don't need it.
And yeah, in all honesty, I mean, I haven't been walking as much because I found like a place that you can park, like on a back street, so you don't have to like park on like the main fucking street where all the stuff is. That's a quick, easy route to get to like where Starbucks and like some of the other places I go to frequently are.
Yeah.
Do you have like a driveway in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we do have a driveway, but we like never use it. We just let like our upstairs neighbors have it because I'm fine with parking on the street for now. Maybe in the winter time. But there's like a bunch of street parking like right near our house.
That's good.
It's not that bad.
That's
yeah, because then even in the winter time too, though, like if you use the driveway, it might be shitty because then like.
Yeah. Then
it's like you need to leave if they're behind you. We had to fucking deal with that a few times, or I remember having to deal with that like a few times when I lived both apartments really. Like when Jake and I lived together, we had like it was basically like one giant driveway that you could basically fit 4 cars
driveway
wide.
Sucked ass.
Yeah, so like it was just awkward because like Jake and I would always park to where like I would park way up and he would park like as far back as possible. So that way if like I needed or like if the front person needed to get out, they could just go around the car. But then like when the neighbors on like either side of us would have like 2 vehicles, then you're stuck because then you can't like go around the car behind you. You gotta have the person pull out, and it was just a fucking hassle. Especially like when snow came and like just shitty weather. Because then it's like, hey Jake, can you fucking pull out so I can get out? Because like I can't. And then we would only like shovel a path for like our cars. So if there was snow in the other 2 paths, like you gotta fucking ramp it through this goddamn pile of snow. So it was just a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Mason Orchard Street.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, long term, I definitely want to like get a new car, just like something that's like reliable to get back and forth between here and New York, so I don't feel as like stuck here.
Can't go wrong with a fucking goddamn Chevy Impala.
Chevy.
But I definitely think for now, I would rather lease something because I don't want something like super long term. Because long term, I would prefer to just have a Tesla and not have to fucking
Oh god.
buy another car for a very long time.
No, I'm telling you, but you get a Chevy Impala and you're never gonna look back.
I was looking at like fucking stuff like that. What's the Ford kind of variant of it, like the Ford Focus, maybe?
Yeah, Ford Focus. Yeah, oh god.
I think, or the what's that one?
If she drives a Ford Focus, she belongs to the streets.
She
Maybe not a
belongs
Ford
to the
Focus.
streets.
It's
What's that
something
like?
else.
I'm trying to think like that
Oh,
typical
Ford
fucking.
Fusion. Ford.
That's
Fusion.
probably what it is. That's your
Yeah.
typical fucking. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up first before I speak.
Are you
The
talking
one-
about the Explorer, like the mini, like SUV?
No, I'm
looking
talking
thing?
about like.
All
the,
I know is there's like a
the
fucking
Ford
car
Fusion.
I would see all the time on campus, and like it's just like every chick drives one of them.
Yeah.
The fuck's it called?
She belonged to the streets.
She drives one of them. She belongs to the streets. I can't think of the fucking name though. Just every fucking chick drove one of those things.
Another really good, reliable car are Subarus. Like I would fucking
Hell yeah. I
Shout
like my
out
Ford
Buick
Escape though.
gang.
I'm not gonna lie.
Buicks too.
My Ford Escape is a solid vehicle, man. That was the second car. My second ever car was a Ford Escape, and now my third ever car is a Ford Escape.
Yeah.
I'll
I've
never
been
Stayed within the
forget.
family.
3 cars going.
Yeah. I don't really
That was
count.
my
I don't
first
really
shit.
count the Grand Prix, even though my first ever car was a 2005 Ford Escape. I don't count the Grand Prix because we literally bought it to work used for a demo car, and we took it into the garage to start stripping it. And my dad started looking at it, and he went underneath it, and he comes back out, and he has this puzzled look on his face, and I go, "What's up?" He goes, "I think this is gonna be your first car." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "This is in a lot better shape than I thought it was." And then literally a week later, it was on the road. So,
Dude, my favorite memory is when I had the Grand Am and you had the Grand Prix.
yo,
And we like, it was like a fucking whiteout blizzard.
oh
And we,
my
like,
God.
I was driving behind you. We were like drove together to make sure we didn't die in this blizzard.
Yo, that was bad. That was the November of our sophomore year. Yeah, it had to be because that's when we were both driving. Yeah, it was either November of sophomore or junior year. I remember it,
Yeah.
and that was when we got hit with snow.
Yeah, it was like fucking straight. You could not see an inch in front of you.
No, we
Whiteout
barely got up the
conditions.
hill too.
We
Those
both
are
went to like
the
caves
worst.
and like I think we got gas just to make sure we didn't fucking get stranded. And then we drove up like your road and it was so fucking
Yeah,
sketchy.
we were driving up the hill on Mezzio, right by the lighthouse. That was bad, dude. And I remember I like literally my car started to like slow down. Just because like it's just like one of those things that like you don't want to go too fast to where your tires will spin and you lose traction, but then you also don't want to go slow enough to where you're not going to get like any momentum and go. So like you got to read that fine line.
It is
Yeah.
definitely a fine line.
And it's scary as shit.
I
Like,
know.
oh
that
god, I'm
shit.
not going to make it.
I know, like, lucky, like, right when we were slowing down, we were lucky enough that there was, like, a kind of like a driveway that we could back into and,
Yeah.
like, restart our momentum up the hill, and I think
was
that
so
was our
sketch.
saving grace.
It was so sketchy, dude.
Yeah, that shit. If you
Good
don't fucking
times.
live in lake effect snow, you'll never understand.
You'll never understand fucking whiteout conditions, not seeing either side of the road or 5 feet in front of you. Oh, shit's crazy.
Yeah,
Good times.
it's definitely. I have had some crazy ass lake effect snow experiences that I will remember for the rest of my life.
Right?
Even Oswego, because the fucking Lake Ontario does the same exact thing. So
Oh, thanks, man.
there were times where like fucking it'd be
I'm looking
fucking
forward to hopefully living somewhere where there's no lake effect snow.
yeah. You're safe in Pittsburgh, kind of. I think honestly, I think it's far away enough from Lake Erie that it's not you wouldn't get.
You're gonna be finding out soon, brother.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
there in I was there in Pittsburgh for New Year's, and there wasn't that much snow then. But we also haven't been getting a lot of snow recently. Global warming.
True.
You guys see the freaking fires, man?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. It actually affected my work today because the thing that we use to make calls, their servers are in California. There's rolling blackouts.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy, dude. They've lost so many acres of land. Like
There's
fucking crazy amounts.
3 fire, and there's like red flag alerts like pretty much across the entire West Coast right now because temperatures are like insanely high.
Dude, I saw it was like 120 degrees somewhere in like Nevada or some shit. Like some.
It was
crazy...
120 degrees in LA too.
Yeah. Like what
That's
the fuck?
fucking crazy, dude. Everybody, it's a mass exodus out of LA right now. At least like the people who can afford to do so.
Like that shit's
Everybody's
fucking
leaving.
ridiculous.
Joe Rogan is out of LA now. He lives in Texas.
Texas is hot as fucking balls too, Joe.
Yeah, but he wanted to be away from everyone, like all the fucking crazy shit that was going on, like the riots and shit like that.
And the smog.
Yeah.
And he hunts too. He's like,
I think Texas is the perfect place to go for people who don't want actual laws to control their lives.
AKA
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
The thing is if everybody from New York and LA moves to Texas in 5 to 10 years, isn't Texas just going to be New York and LA? Like if you bring like a culture from a different place and you just fill that entire area with that culture, it just goes right back to what it was. Like Texas is eventually going to turn blue because of this.
I can see that. I hope not.
I know Texas breeds some different chances.
Yeah, but if all these libtards move to Texas, then all the conservatives are going to find a new home.
You're gonna go to Wyoming.
Or we're gonna fucking start a war.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Texas is the place that I have always thought a war would break out.
Yep, and it's gonna be when the liberals try to, as the
Take over
oh
Texas.
god,
They wouldn't take their tigers.
as the conservatives would say, the libtards are trying to take over. Where's my gun? And they're just gonna start shooting. It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. But I've noticed something talking to people recently. The rhetoric around these protests is quickly turning into a different direction.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of people, like Democrats now, are starting to use the word riot instead of like protest.
Yeah.
So, like it's because it's become like some of these riot protests, whatever you want to call them, have been pretty fucking bad recently. I talked to this dude for 30 minutes earlier, and he was an independent, voted for Hillary Clinton and Obama. Now he said he'll never vote for a Democrat ever again as long as they keep doing what they're doing right now. Until the DNC is completely destroyed and Hillary Clinton has nothing to do with politics, he is never going to vote for a Democrat ever again.
Why? Because she's fucking corrupt and Bill
Yeah, because
Clinton
Hillary Clinton
rapes
funds
children.
the DNC. Like, she pretty much owns the Democratic Party, unfortunately. But he was talking about, he lives in Philly, and he said he's already sold his house, and he's moving out of Philly as quickly as possible. Because he said the shit that he's seen recently, he had to, during, like, peak coronavirus times, he had to leave Philadelphia and, like, move in with his in-laws because he didn't think the city was safe enough for his, like, family.
Jesus Christ.
Philadelphia is really fucking bad right now.
Isn't that where, dude, Prez is moving back there? The fuck's he doing? Yeah, Barstool Prez is moving back to Philly. Or moving to Philly.
Good luck.
Based on the conversations I have every day, I would not go anywhere near Philly. Personally.
No, Prez don't care.
That place, I don't know, man. From the people told me that their trash didn't get picked up for 3 weeks straight.
Oh my god.
They're trash, didn't
See, that's why, like, that's why I'm excited to not move to, like, a city like that, like.
Yeah, no, Pittsburgh is a lot more
Oh, I
reliable
can't wait to
than
move to, like, Philadelphia or Chicago. Like, nah, I'm going to Pittsburgh, baby. I'm going somewhere nice.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh definitely has its problems, but I feel a lot safer than half those people I talk to, for damn sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I mean,
good.
Yeah, every city has those fucking problems.
I mean, I still ain't gonna walk down the street at night of Pittsburgh, probably. But depending on where I live.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely areas that you could avoid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, though, because that's where all the protests are. They do them all up in, like, the really rich neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, those are, like...
Well, that's why we're gonna stick to the South. We're gonna try to stay in southern Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's where my boy's at.
Dude, when I was coming home, I freaking drove. There's a bridge that you had to take to get into Southside, and it looked beautiful. Honestly, it is. I think that's honestly my favorite bridge in the city now. It's a very nice yellow bridge.
I'll have to check it out.
The Washington Bridge, I think, right? No, it's the 10th Street Bridge.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, it's the 10th Street Bridge. If anybody wants to look it up, but the bridge that you take to get in, like you've driven over it to get into like where PPG and everything is.
I probably have. I just probably wasn't really paying attention too much at that point to like.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this bridge?
The way that you get to PPG, I drive down so fucking much because that's the way that like you get off. Like I think it's
very curvy, right?
Yeah, it's like the 276, and you you drive. It looked like that's one of the best views of the city. Honestly, is when you're coming in from where we live. Looks super like when you're because it's in a valley or whatever, so you really can't see the fucking huge buildings until like right when you get there.
That is a big like that like interstate coming in like slash bridge is like it's massive.
Yeah,
it's a big old setup they got going.
Yeah, and I drive on that quite regularly.
Hey,
so it's weird that you drive on a major fucking giant highway like that normally.
Yeah.
But
no, it's a big ass highway.
Yeah. And then if you keep going down that, eventually, I think you can get on into the Washington Bridge, and then you go into the tunnel. The Washington Tunnel is fucking huge. It's like a solid, like, probably 2 miles through the mountain.
Tunnels are fucking lit.
Pittsburgh has a lot of fucking tunnels because there's so many hills.
But a lot of hills.
You don't drive through the tunnels that much unless you really have to, which is good.
I'm excited though.
It's definitely an interesting city to fucking figure out. I think you can find something new every day.
Hell yeah.
I'm just looking forward to actually being able to be out there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, and then there was that fucking 500 plus motorcycles that drove by my house yesterday.
Yeah, what was that about?
That had to be loud.
It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. There were motorcycles, 4-wheelers, and like fucking dirt bikes, all on both sides of the road, just for a solid 10 minutes straight.
Was it some kind of rally?
It was a Black Lives Matter like parade kind of thing that they did. Apparently there was over 500 like motorcycles and stuff in the parade.
Damn.
Or parade protest, whatever you want to call it.
How did those people not go deaf?
But yeah, they were all over the fucking city. I think they did like an entire loop around like the big parts. I know that something happened last night. They like closed off one of the bridges. So I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but some shit was popping off on the bridge.
Oh, Nelly.
It might have been a protest or...
It's so wild, too. Like, a bunch of motorcycles like that go through a city. Like, if you're, like, in the city or, like around the area that they're driving us, dude, you probably heard it for, like, an hour straight. Because you just hear, like, the echo and stuff as they travel. Oh, God. It honestly pissed me off.
They were also fucking racing down... Because down the street from me is, like, it's called Color Park, but there's, like, a strip where they're always down there. Like, this... It wasn't, like, that weird to me that I saw 500 motorcycles. It's because I see that many probably every single day normally, just in spurts. But... Yeah, they go and down on the strip and they fucking drag race, and that's what they were doing yesterday, like in full force. Yeah.
There's like
Is that legal?
No, dude, I'm telling you, there's no laws in the city. The cops don't do anything.
Oh god.
The
You can literally drag race and nothing will ever happen to you.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah. But during the day, that place is just like a normal freaking old people walk right there. And it's all normal. And then right around 7 o'clock,
Yeah,
it
when the
turns into
sun goes down.
turns into a fucking drag strip.
When the sun goes down, the bikes come out. And all you hear is...
Yeah. All of them with no helmets.
That's
on
lit
top
as
of it.
fuck, dude. I know, they don't wear helmets out there. It's
not a law.
No, I don't get how
get
it's
it.
like a law in New York, but it's not a law in other states.
I don't know how many other states don't have that law. It might just be Pennsylvania. It's a weird fucking state for damn sure.
It's it's very odd.
I saw someone sent me something at work, I think last week, and it was showing like how the state is split up between like 6 different kind of political areas, and like Allegheny is like just sits in there by itself. Like everything around it is like something else, and just Allegheny County, where Pittsburgh is a completely different like just way of thinking and everything in comparison to the rest of the state. Like the southern part of Pennsylvania is all like Dutch. It's all like Amish people and Mennonites and shit like that.
Dutch.
There's a lot of Dutch
How do the
people in
Dutch
fucking
people
Pittsburgh.
That's why fucking people in Pittsburgh talk weird, is because of
Yeah,
like,
they're
that
Dutch.
influence.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, they say like Ginzes and like.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yins.
You think you're gonna develop an accent, Dylan?
No way. It's not like it's weird because most Pittsburgh people don't.
You'll definitely pick up some slang.
They don't. Yeah, they don't have an accent, but they have like they just have like they say certain words. Like when I talk to my coworkers, they sound like me, but they'll say like yins and stuff like that instead of like what we would say. So I mean, there are some Pittsburgh people like who have been here for generations, and they have a strong like fucking accent, but like people who just live in Pittsburgh, I think they just pick up like those words and phrases.
If there's one thing you gotta know about people from Pittsburgh, Dylan, they hate people from Philadelphia.
They hate people.
They really do. Because Penguins fans do not like Flyers fans. Like, I love when we play the fucking Flyers because it gets heated. It gets real heated sometimes. Them fans like to go at it.
Yeah.
Just because they're like cross-state rivals.
Yeah. Do Steelers and Eagles fans go at it?
Not as much, I don't think, because like, obviously, like, I mean, like, everybody who is like, they're like, you know, like, football fans are like proud fans, but like hockey fans are really proud fans.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's like a different kind of sport.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, I wouldn't really say they really have a problem, but now like Steelers fans and, you know, Eagles fans, like they probably not like they don't like each other, but they probably don't hate each other, but like you put a fucking Penguins fan in the same room as a Flyers fan, and I guarantee you they're gonna talk shit to each other. Like,
yeah,
gonna walk in the room.
If it's because of like the fighting and everything in hockey that brings out like that primal instinct within like the fan base, because like even at Oswego hockey games, like those are like I've been to a Sabres game, but the only other hockey games I've been to are Oswego ones, and people get fucking mean at these college hockey games. They're like fucking the goalie, like they'll fucking figure out his name and they'll just fucking chant and talk shit to him and swear at him the entire game. Get in his head, and every single time they score, they fucking just scream and talk shit to the goalie.
Well, like primarily because, like, I mean, Trent said he's like hockey. He just said hockey's different. Hockey is the only sport where you can like physically fight the guy on the other team and not have like serious like repercussions for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you fight a dude, you get thrown in the box for like 5 minutes. Two guys in the NBA fight, they're getting fined, they're getting suspended.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like encouraged in hockey. Like, oh, this guy's giving you shit, drop the gloves and beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I've heard hockey players talk about like how it's actually kind of just like part of the game. Like you
No, it
have
is. It's totally. It's 100% part of the game. You
like
gotta like assert the dominance.
yeah, it's kind of like a respect thing at the end of the
Yep.
day. Like we got to do this. Like throw the gloves down. We have to.
I've seen a bunch of clips too.
Gotta do this.
I've seen a bunch of clips of like guys like those like mic'd up videos where like they have like what the guys are saying, and there's a video of like I don't know what teams it is, but it's these two guys, and like they start off and they're not saying much, and then they start to like scrap a little bit as the game goes on, just like pushing and shoving, and then like there's like they're like next to each other, and then the one guy goes, so like, what are you thinking? He goes, 5 minutes left in the second. He goes, you want to go at it? And he's like, yeah, bud, sure. And then like they get to a face off. They get to a face off, and they're standing there, and he's like, how about right here? You want to drop him right after the puck drops? He goes, yeah, let's go. And then the puck drops, and then literally it's just like sticks gloves, and they're facing each other. Like it's not even like you cheap shot the dude. It's literally like, hey, you want to go right now? And they're like, yep, let's do it. And then like the fight's over, and they like slap hands, and they both walk away. It's like you said, it's like a thing of respect. It's hilarious. So shit makes me laugh.
I mean,
It's just
that's
so
awesome.
natural. It's like, hey, bud, you want to go? And they're like, yep, let's do it.
But I'm sure that long term that causes some brain injury.
Oh, there's some serious,
Dude,
probably some serious repercussions. Some
100%.
yeah, but it's funny as fuck, dude.
I'm honestly surprised a lot more people don't get seriously hurt in hockey, especially just with blades being involved in the situation.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember fucking back in the day. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
someone
yeah,
got-
that what was his name? Is it Kurt? Or
I forget, but he got cut bad. That was scary.
Yeah, that shit. Fuck that.
Ooh wee.
yeah, his name is Clint Malarchuk.
That's the most
Yeah,
Canadian
yeah.
name I've ever heard in my
Clint
life.
Malarchuk. Yeah, he got
Malarchuk.
sliced in the neck with the end of a skate, and he was spewing blood.
Yeah.
That made me
Yeah, that's a
shiver.
scary thing, man.
I wish fucking there was a roller skate equivalent to hockey.
That'd
And
be
that
dope.
was on a national scale.
I wish there was a lot of sports that were like a national or professional level.
I just think there's not enough room on like for that many sports. Like,
There's not enough. There's not enough. Like, what's the word? Just like people that would like watch and actually
Yeah.
like
Viewership.
make this. Yeah, there's not enough viewership to where the sport would like benefit. Like, I would
Yeah.
love to watch like professional
I mean,
badminton.
Yeah, I mean there is professional badminton. You could probably go watch it right now, but
Yeah,
like,
but I'm
it's
talking
just
like I
not,
want like
it's
I want
not
some,
on
like,
fucking
NBA.
Fox Sports.
yeah. I
I
want
mean,
to turn
during
on
the
the TV
pandemic,
someday.
it might have been honestly.
Probably. I mean, hey, it's spaced out. You're not near the guy.
I mean, yeah, honestly, you could probably get away with playing badminton.
Oh, fuck yeah. You probably could have got away with playing lots of sports. You just have to wear a mask and not go near each other, like
I
tennis.
mean, they're fucking doing UFC right now, and they're figuring it out.
Yeah, you would not catch me doing that.
That is the closest you could probably get to somebody. They figured it out. They got
That is
Fight
like-
Island.
That is the closest and the most personal you will ever get to somebody, to where like you should probably not do it in the midst of a pandemic.
They
Like, all right,
test them
like
constantly.
basketball, we gotta be careful. Football, we gotta be careful. Baseball, we gotta be careful. UFC, fuck it.
They had
Let 'em-
Fight Island. They
Yeah.
They
tested
figured
them
it out, and I mean, like Joe Rogan still goes to like the fights and he commentates, so like it's safe enough where they have extra people there as well. But
Yeah.
obviously, they don't have fans or anything. Joe says like he likes it a lot more without the fans, honestly.
so the fighters can hear their corner and shit.
Yeah, and they can hear what Joe Rogan is saying as well.
Yeah,
So
really.
if he's giving like notes and everything about like how the fighter's doing something, the fighter can hear what Joe Rogan is saying and fix himself.
True.
Yeah, really. If he's like, oh, he looks a little, looks to be like he's babying that right leg a little bit, and he's like, oh shit, is he? And then he fucking goes for the right leg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like UFC, like fighting, might be one of those sports where you don't need people in the crowd. But I mean, every time you have a crowd, it changes the dynamic of everything you do.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I feel like playing basketball to an empty room is a lot different than playing with all those people in there.
True.
For sure. For sure, Z's.
Boys, I feel like we should definitely talk about this. Because I'm just chomping at the bit here. I don't know how much information you guys have heard. But Barstool's talked about it a lot, quite a bit. And I cannot believe Odell Beckham Jr. likes to be pooped on.
Oh, God.
It's mind-boggling to me.
Where did this come from?
No Jumper podcast. With the same ladies
what's
who
the
said...
source?
Selena Powell.
The same ladies who said that they sucked off the 7 NBA team players from the Phoenix Suns. They had one of their whole friends on their podcast, which who is also Chief Keef's baby mama, and I guess she pooped on Odell Beckham Jr.'s chest.
Oh, wow.
And I guess that's Odell's thing, but it's sort of crazy. Barstool's covered it. Everyone's been covering it, and it's just been blowing up my feed today. No pun intended. And it's just been wild. And
News 4 with Don Paul. Yeah, we're getting a breaking story. And Cleveland Browns star wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. apparently likes to be defecated on as part of a sexual fantasy. Is that the right term? Defecate is the right term. Right?
Yeah, that was good grammar.
Thank you.
That's not grammar. That's fucking vocabulary. Nice vocabulary,
Okay.
Brad.
Thanks, sir. I mean, they'd have to say that, for news purposes. Just more professional. You can't say pooped on.
Yeah, true. It's so weird though. What the fuck? Like, what is the word?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Oh man.
Why do you wake up one morning and you're like, yo, I want a bad bitch to poop on me? I'm good.
Those girls that because Adam gave like Selena Powell, who's like this girl who's literally fucked like every rapper humanly possible, and I'm assuming, I don't remember who the other girl is, but they have some fucking dirt on a lot of fucking people, and he gave them a platform to say it.
Yeah, they definitely do.
You're saying like
the fact that we're talking about it.
You're saying, wait, who gave them the platform?
Adam gave them a podcast on like his channel to the Thoughts Next Door.
The Thoughts Next Door. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that is what it's called.
That's hilarious.
Jesus Christ. I just feel like that's terrible. Like, wow.
That's so funny, dude.
Yo, boys, by the way, sorry, this is out of nowhere, but we should definitely have a fantasy league for the boys.
Yeah, I want to, but I think we have odd numbers, honestly.
Yeah, well, we can just have a bye week.
We'll
or can we just, does Commish, who's the Commish, you?
No, I think it's Jake.
We could find out if Jake has the ability to make, like, a ghost team, and then have the ghost team auto-draft.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
True. We could name it Derek.
Yeah. 2.0.
Derek 2.0.
Well, no, we wouldn't have
The
even
most
numbers then. We wouldn't have even numbers because it would be us three. It would be us three and then Jake, Jackson, Andrew, because Justin doesn't play.
Oh, so we have 6.
Yeah, but that's just sketchy though because 6 people. That's like, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter as long as
power loaded.
That's
Everybody
how you power
has
load a
God tier
league, bro.
teams.
I know
Yeah.
everybody's team is gonna be stacked.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But
I mean, that's
What are you
what's
gonna
gonna
do?
happen because Derek hates us.
true, and Justin
Rest
doesn't
in
like
peace.
football,
Yes.
or to the point where he doesn't like fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely hates fantasy because we talk about it every year. We
Yep.
definitely just need to make a fantasy group chat this year. I
So we
don't
don't-
know why we never have.
So we don't piss him off, because every year he's like, I don't care. I remember last year he said
It's
for
a
like
yearly
months
tradition.
straight he had the chat on mute because he was like, I don't care. That's hilarious, dude.
Fantasy
Yeah.
Yeah,
football
we definitely
league.
should though. I'm
I
sure
like
Jake
good
would put it
fantasy.
together.
I had a good season last year. Not gonna lie.
I had a terrible season in my other league with the older guys.
I think I came in 3rd place, man.
I
feel
took
like my
last.
team was shit.
I took last year, and I have to before I move away, I have to go and run a 5K around the UB campus in a tutu. Yep, it's gonna be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's badass.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
That's great.
We should have a punishment.
And I have to wear a white T-shirt that says "I suck at fantasy." I have to make it. I'm gonna take a marker and write on a white T-shirt. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking fantastic.
That's funny.
I'm wearing my mask and I'm wearing sunglasses, so people have no idea who the fuck I am. Adam has the route all mapped out for me. All I
That
have
is
to
so
do is follow it. And he's literally gonna take me through the school.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, it's really not though.
I mean, at least it's not on like a campus that people would probably recognize you on.
True.
Yeah. And
I mean,
it's like-
honestly, I would do it around Fredonia. I could get 2 fucks.
You're also moving away into a different state.
Exactly.
So they'll
True.
never find you.
And like, especially
Excuse
now though, like, just like being like in a tutu with like a fucking like sunglasses and a mask on, and like how long my hair is. I really don't think anybody. Holy shit, that's Brad Dillenberg. Especially if you're Fredonia. Like, I guarantee no one's gonna fucking recognize me there
Oh, yo, shit, that's Brad Dillenberg.
in a fucking tutu.
I would just love to hear one person say that. What do you
Yeah.
Yo, is
Yeah.
that Brad Dillenberg?
I'd be like, fuck you.
Who do you know? Like, I don't think I know anyone that goes to UB. But...
Nobody. I don't know shit.
Oh, Emma Siders, one of them, right?
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yo, is that Brad Dill?
Oh, fuck. I would dip
Yo.
out so hard. I would turn that 5K into a 40 meter.
That would be my luck, is that I would see everybody who would
Yep.
be possible.
I would turn the corner and it'd be like Emma Siders and like her sister and like all of like their track friends with like a few of them that like, I think there's a couple people I think there's a couple chicks like from Fredonia High School that go there too that like they run with, and like I would turn the corner and they'd all be standing there and Emma would like point me out. She would like recognize me somehow like right off the start. I'd be like, oh fuck.
Hey man, I give you props for even going through with it.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
knew a kid freshman year who dropped out because he would have run a naked mile.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I mean, we banished him from existence until he ran it, and then he dropped out.
That's funny
So.
as fuck.
But
Hey man, some things you can't back out of. You just gotta go with them. You know?
Andrew and Calvin were there. Calvin hit it on him. Actually.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Good times. That's the only time I think anybody actually went up to Oswego.
That's funny as fuck, dude.
Good times.
Oh,
Ugh, what else fucking happened this week? Fucking.
I want to talk about the fucking that trailer.
Oh yeah, true that.
It's a good. So
That shit
anybody
is
who
crazy.
does not know, the trailer for the newest Batman, The Batman, was released with Robert Pattinson, starring as Batman, and I am excited. Just first thoughts for myself, my opinions. I'm very excited because we finally get to see a new villain. Because like obviously in the Christopher Nolan's, you know, we saw like the League of Shadows, Ra's al Ghul, and then obviously we had the Joker, and then Bane in the third one. But I'm finally excited that we're gonna see a villain that's like not in like as far as like what I would consider like the mainstream villains. Like the Riddler is obviously one of Batman's like most notorious arch enemies, I guess you could call him. But I'm glad they're not doing like another Joker spin-off, or they're not trying to do like another Bane type thing. Like I'm glad they're going with something new right off the bat. And it also just like it seems, probably because I'm so used to Christopher Nolan's and then like a little bit of Ben Affleck's and everything, but like it already has like a weird feel, just because Batman's not like, he's not like working like kind of on like the side with the cops or like the side with Gordon. Like he's literally walking through like a hallway of like FBI agents and they're all looking at him like, oh, there's that guy. Like, so I'm kind of looking forward to like,
I can
like
definitely give you some insight on what Batman this is, because I'm starting to read like a lot of like the comics and everything.
They said this one is like, they said this is going to be like a real like, this is like a middle-aged, not like an origin story, not like an older. This is like a middle-aged kind of like the whole like the real like detective side of him.
Yeah, this is Detective Batman. They have like literally fucking hundreds of books like are centered around Detective Batman. Not books, but comics, obviously. But if you want to get like kind of like into like this the idea of what this Batman is, you can play the Telltale Batman series that they did, because that whole thing is all Detective Batman kind of stuff, and it like the Riddler in that game is like a 60-year-old man who like retired and comes back, and it's like a really interesting Riddler, but
I'm excited off the start, just off this trailer. I'm excited because
I also have
cool.
some bad news about this Batman movie as well.
What?
So that trailer, they've only filmed 25% of this movie. Okay, Robert Pattinson recently came down with this weird disease that
that's right, he did.
Everybody has, called the coronavirus. So they have stopped filming the production. So it is sitting at the 25%. So they pretty much made that trailer with a majority of the footage they probably had.
Dude, he is like, oh, that's honestly like that's gonna throw a lot of shit off, because I guarantee that's really just gonna affect like the size and muscle that he put on, and just like the physical shape that he was in, just to like do like the scenes and just like the fighting and like all that crap. Like that's probably gonna throw that shit off hard.
Yeah, and he's got to get back to that point after being sick.
Yeah, so like after he recovers from the coronavirus, he's gonna have to get back to like his exercise, his diet, put on that muscle mat. I guarantee you I guarantee you it pushes back it back by like a year.
I'm
without
gonna say,
a doubt.
If we're lucky, late 2021. Or if we're not, it's gonna be 2022 probably.
Yeah.
And that stuff hurts like film hype a lot, is when you start getting to that delay zone.
Yeah, but you gotta expect it nowadays. At least that's the new norm.
Every film on Earth has been delayed because of of the coronavirus. So like it's gonna there's gonna come a point when if all this stuff ends good and we don't go into a civil war and the country falls apart and everything's fine, we're all back to normal one day, we're gonna get fucking smacked with lit content, because there's a lot of movies. There's Mad Marvel movies that got thrown off. There's fucking 3 to maybe 4 Avatar movies, all being produced at the same time, ready to go. And I'm sure there's plenty of others, but Robert Pattinson is on a fucking hype train right now, though. He just got a Christopher Nolan movie, that Tenet movie that just came out. He's in that, like, lead actor in that. Now he's Batman. He's on the come up, man. He fucking made it through the Twilight slope. He was doing, like, a lot of, like, indie movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shit pays off. You just keep grinding and show your talent.
He's a good actor. I mean,
yeah.
He was Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter, I think, before he was Edward Cullen.
Yeah.
I think that took...
It's just like when you take on a role like that, I've always said that it's you get pigeonholed into like that role, unfortunately. Like, it's very hard for fucking Daniel Radcliffe to get a serious movie nowadays because everybody sees his face as Harry Potter, and
Yep.
that takes you out of the immersion of the movie. So
it's like with so many people. Like you can't look at Daniel Radcliffe and not think Harry
Yeah.
Potter. You can't
It's
look
just-
at nowadays,
it's just-
especially like now. Now I'm never gonna be able to look at people like Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. What's his
Mhm.
name? What's Captain? What's his fucking?
Chris Evans.
Thank you. Like you
Captain
can't look at any of
America.
those guys now and not think of like
Just
their
Captain America.
their Marvel roles.
Yeah,
That's just how it be though.
Luckily, they all made probably millions and millions of dollars, and they could probably just quit now and be fine.
Oh, they don't give
Will
a
they
fuck.
do that? Nope, because freaking Robert Downey Jr. did Dr. Doolittle and it flopped. So
Yes. Dr. Doolittle.
Not for him.
I mean-
he did nice.
good for him. Yeah, I'm sure he got paid a fucking buttload of money for that movie.
True.
But I don't know, man. It's an unfortunate thing because film's a visual art, and anytime you have visuals, you have to keep like a certain like I don't know, things just happen inevitably because the human eye catches things.
Yeah.
It's a very like you have to think about like the psychology of a human, how humans think to make film correctly. Unfortunately, it's weird. There's a lot of film theory about that shit.
I like films.
Okay.
Films are good though.
I'm a big film guy.
I enjoy a good movie.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for freaking Jordan Peele is remaking Candyman, which is a very niche fucking horror movie from like the 1990s,
Jesus.
I think.
Oh god.
It's on Netflix. It is my favorite movie, horror like Halloween / horror movie ever. It's really good, and Jordan Peele is, I think he's executive producer on it, but he's behind the remake, and I'm
Yeah,
really
that's gonna
hyped for
be
it.
the scariest
That's
fucking movie you're
sweet.
ever gonna see.
Yeah. Candyman's like a very psychological horror to begin with. Like that's like the first, I think, like kind of psychological horror movie I ever really saw. Like kind of like a Get Out situation where they just mess with like your mind the whole time and you never know what the fuck is actually happening.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that shit's scary.
That was like
That's the point.
that one fucking movie with those two movies, like the Collector and the Collection.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like those movies I watch and be like, who in the fuck thinks of this?
Yeah.
Like they're weird. The guy with like the weird mask and like the weird eyes, and he like keeps that fucking dude in the little like trunk.
Mm-hmm. Horror
Oh,
movies have
God.
always been weird to me. I don't know. I've never been like a huge like. They have to be like really good horror movies. Like
Yeah.
off the top of my head, like my last favorite horror movie was Hereditary. If you've ever seen that,
No.
but
I
it's one
fell
of those
asleep so early every time I started watching it.
Yeah, it's one of those A24 movies. Like A24 just like puts like a bunch of money behind like these like very niche ideas. But that's a good movie. I think it just has to be like very like fucking. It messes with your head and it has to like fucking be semi like fucking gory to the point where you don't want to look at like the screen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I can assure there's a movie. I just thought of this movie because I watched it one time. It's a horror movie on Netflix. It's called In the Tall Grass. Don't fucking watch it. It's the stupidest movie ever. It sucks.
Shit.
Yeah,
Sure.
In the
I
Tall
thought you were gonna
Grass.
give me some like craziest like. Oh,
No,
shit,
it's a
that
dumb
shit is
fucking
so scary.
movie. The whole time you're like, what?
Yeah,
then
there's
he's like-
a lot of horror movies that are just like, if you get lost in the first 10 minutes, it's gone forever.
I'm one of those
Yeah.
people in horror movies. Like, it's a really bad habit of mine. Just because I think, like, deep down, I think I am like kind of scared. Just because, like, I do like horror movies, but they do scare me.
Yeah.
Not like a bad way where like crawl under the covers, but I'm just like the anticipation about shit. I'm like, oh god, oh god. I'm one of those people that like, I'll watch a horror movie and I will overanalyze the fuck out of every little detail, just so like I like notice things before they happen, or like you know how they leave like little crumbs like either at the beginning or at certain points, and then when it comes back around, you're like, oh shit. That was like blah blah blah. Like I fucking overanalyze the hell out of horror
Yeah.
movies because like deep down I'm scared.
Yeah. I definitely see that. I understand that.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing, like that in the tall grass. Every little detail that you're like, remember that. I was like, I'm gonna remember that because that's gonna come up. And then like it came up, and I was like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, I have to turn my brain off when I watch movies now because I overanalyze shit way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have to be like, I just have to enjoy it for what it is because most of unless like the movie's bad enough where I like lose my attention, that's where I just start analyzing it. I'm like, why the fuck did they do this? Like, why the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
There's a horror movie I watched a while back with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It was, I think it's called like The Box or something. That was another weird one. It was kind of good.
Oh, by Roddy Rich?
Is that what it's called? What's in the Box?
No,
Yeah,
what's
by
in the
Roddy
box
Rich.
is fucking, what's it called? Fucking,
Oh, that's the
Morgan
Vine.
Freeman movie. That's Seven Deadly Sins or something.
What's his name? What's his name screaming at what's in the box?
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Frosted Flakes. Bleep damn. Oh, it's called The Possession. That's what it's called. With Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's called The Possession. But it's a scary one.
Gotcha.
She like, stabs him in the fucking hand with a fork at one point.
I always hate those movies where at the beginning they're like based on a true story.
Oh, I know. I'm like, bullshit.
And then it's just like some fucking wild possession. Fucking
Wild
I don't-
bullshit.
I don't know
Not
what movie it is. I think it's the. Oh, I think it's like The Exorcist or The Exorcism. It's like one of those first
Yeah.
ones. And all I remember from it, and like, don't tell me I'm weird, but like, the only reason I remember this is because like it stood out to me so much and it was like so random. But there's literally a part in that movie where they're like in the garage, and the girl's like sitting in the chair, and the chair turns like upside down, and then like you see like the demon face like come over her face, and she starts acting like all weird and like sketchy and shit. And then like for some reason she like asked the dude if he like wants a blowjob. And like I always have remembered that part because it just stuck out as like the most random fucking thing ever to me. And I was like, what the fuck? It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
It always stuck
is
out to me. I
weird.
was like, that is random as fuck. Who puts that in a movie? Who goes, all right, this is the scene. Your chair's going to flip upside down. Your face is going to change. And you're going to ask whoever wants a blowjob. Go. Like,
Go.
it's just, I don't know. This is weird.
I don't know if it's Exorcist or Exorcism, but that was like one of the whatever it was like an old the first one, like the original one.
Yeah.
Like the actress like was super fucked up afterwards. Like they put her through like some fucking terrible shit.
Yeah, no thanks. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Wow.
That's
And
funny.
that's why film unions exist nowadays.
True that.
That doesn't happen. That's why we can't get true art because the law is involved.
True.
The law. Breaking the law.
Oh, one last topic. I saw some YouTuber made like an AI that perfectly like mimicked Jay-Z's voice, like, and he was able to make songs and everything with this AI. It was like perfect. Like you could not tell the difference between that and Jay-Z or Jay-Z's label, one of the two, probably both. Like had his video taken off of YouTube and like they flagged it as like a DMCA, like a copyright claim on it. And YouTube ended up reversing it because in reality it's not Jay-Z. Jay-Z had nothing to do with it, but it is his voice.
That's so fucking wild.
That's weird.
Yeah, we're getting into a point where you can perfectly mimic someone's voice.
That's scary.
And especially add rhythm to it, like he was rapping and everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like,
that is weird as fuck.
we're getting to the point where like if a rapper dies, you could just fucking, and he has years left on his contract, you could just have an AI just finish out that contract and keep making fucking whoever the fuck music.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you could and then they can profit from
That's
from
fucking
that.
Black Mirror right there.
Mm-hmm.
Black
It's
Mirror.
Black Mirror City.
Damn, dude.
We are very. I mean, that shit that I saw 2 days ago, it seemed pretty fucking ready to do something Black Mirror-ish. Because, I mean, you can freaking perfectly deep fake someone's face now, and you can now perfectly mimic their voice. You could have a video of Donald Trump saying whatever the fuck you wanted him to say.
Damn, dude. See, shit like that scares me, bro.
I did see Microsoft. They're starting to work on like a deep fake recognition system to like detect it, so like algorithms and stuff from flagging, get rid of that kind of content. If people are using deep fakes.
Fucking algorithms. Oh, algorithms.
But I don't know, man. If it gets to the point where an algorithm can't even or like another AI can't detect it, that's when we start getting into deep shit. When the AI start fucking, you have to use an AI to fucking stop the other AI.
Oh no, it's an AI battle. This is how like,
we live in a crazy ass time. I say it every fucking week. This is the craziest time period you'll ever live in.
Yeah, it's only gonna get crazier.
I don't know though, because I mean, there were probably some other really crazy time periods, like when the Vikings were around them, and just chilling.
Oh, the Vikings.
Chilling at your little fucking shack
Campfire.
village on the side of the fucking thing. You're chilling by the
Eating
fire.
your
Vikings
fish.
run up, murder and rape everybody in your village. And that's just what happens. That's just normal occurrence.
Dude.
Fucking crazy.
Oh god.
That's a crazy time period, but in just a very different way.
For sure.
Some great time period.
Oh. Would you like me to repa the meme?
Yes, sir.
I think it's a good time.
It is a great time to rip the meme, and it is. Da-da-da. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite segment of the Socially Distant Podcast. I am B-Deal coming at you with the meme of the week. Boom, boom, boom. Today, once again, we got another banger for you. Brought to you by the Nugget Instagram page. Of course, not a sponsor. I'm not going to lie to you. For me personally, just because like we've seen some really high quality memes within the past couple weeks, this week has been kind of dry for me. I didn't really. Sometimes you get I get these memes on Nugget that like they are good memes, but they're not really like what I look for in a meme. But there was one.
Funny. It needs to be sexual. It needs
Exactly.
to have masturbation involved.
Exactly. It's got to have some key concepts if it really wants to hit home. But I decided to pick this one today because we've been talking about superheroes. I love Sam Raimi Spider-Mans. Love Tobey Maguire. But this one right here is it's a picture of Spider-Man. And he's like holding his hand out, and underneath it, I'll say the hashtag first so it kind of makes more sense. But the hashtag is explain a film plot badly. So explain a film plot badly is the hashtag, and above it says a teen boy's body changes, and he discovers that he can shoot a white sticky liquid out of his body. I thought that one was like the funniest one there, just because all the other ones was kind of dry, but
True.
I did like that one a lot. And that was your da-da-da meme of the week.
That sounds like a really good Reddit thread.
True. Explain a film plot. I can't say that. Explain a film plot badly. Very true.
Well, shit,
I
right?
thought it was a good meme. You didn't have to talk it down.
Nah, I mean, it was a good meme, but
Yeah,
it wasn't as good as some of the other ones that we've had, you know?
Nugget needs to step up their game. They also need to fucking give us a hot sponsorship.
True. That's fucking bullshit.
So now I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
We just have to be worth more than those girls that they post all over their page.
I know,
because those
like,
girls paid
weird
them.
fucking...
We have to be at the
I
point
know.
where we don't have to pay them. They have to pay us.
They put some weird shit on there sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah. That's just what meme pages are.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking getting paid now.
True.
Hey, make your fucking dolls. I don't care.
Make them dollars.
As long as you don't post shit memes, I'm fine with seeing some of your fucking weird things that you get paid for every now and then.
I'm alright with it.
I'm alright with it.
But we get some solid memes most of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
I love just looking at all the ads things post like that, and then like it was just ineffective ad dollars on me because I do not follow or click. I just a wasted view. I'm a
You're
wasted
like,
impression.
You're like, bitch.
That's just my that's my due diligence to the big fuck you of ads
I know,
on
right?
pages.
Freaking, I saw there was some YouTuber on this podcast that I listened to, and he was talking about how he spent $14,000 on YouTube ads, and he got 40 subscribers.
Damn.
That's lit.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, his ads were literally all over the place on YouTube for a while, and he got literally nothing out of it.
Damn.
That's
So-
very, very sad.
Hey
for
man,
him.
you win some, you lose some.
Sometimes you lose a lot.
Sometimes you lose a lot.
I feel like it's pretty hard to get people to click on things, especially ads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's like a very rare breed of people that will click on something and
Yeah.
go
Like
all
who
the way
fuck?
through to the point of like a follow or something like that.
No, especially those ones though that like they want you to click, and then it's like you have to like click like next page. I can't talk tonight. Next page, just to get to like the point of like what you clicked on. Like
Yeah.
sometimes like those things on Snapchat that you're like, remember this actor? You'll never believe what he looks like now. But then you have to click through like 8 pages just to finally get what you were
Because it's
looking
that
for.
ad revenue.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like a thing in like that you can hire someone to do. Like, is to make it as easy to possible, like go from one click to purchase as like seamlessly as possible. Like being able to click on something like Amazon has it pretty well.
Yeah.
Where you click on a product and you can literally hit buy now and it will be sent to your house and still like right then and
Yeah.
there. Just being able to like the less time that people have to think about buying something, the better.
True.
Technology, baby.
And that's why like, fucking Walmart wants TikTok, because they want to put fucking products and everything on TikTok, so you can click on an ad on TikTok and instantly buy something from Walmart.
Oh,
That's just-
yeah.
That's just nuts.
Yeah. That shit
It
sucked
is-
up, but that's
no.
what happens when you don't give anybody control over their data, and that is the final message of the Socially Distant Podcast.
True. All right, we'll see you later.
True. Well, peace.
100%.
Farewell, everybody. It's been a good 24 weeks.
Yeah, no, but really though, we're leaving.
Yeah, but for real, we're gone. See ya.
Bye, motherfucker.
Later.
Check out Saturday's episode,
After dark.
After Dark.